Right, I want this video to act as a reminder for you watching that hard times are coming. Things are not looking good for everybody. I mean, you can tell that there's wars, there's more and more economical problems, and there's more issues with the way that we're living our lives, that our lives are being handled, the way that food is being put on the market, the chemicals that are being fucking put in this shit, the poison that they're feeding us, like the problems that we're facing, and like all this shit. Like, hard times are coming. Things won't be easy. And right now, we perhaps, like, these past several years, these past several 30 years, in most places in the West at least, it's been one of the most peaceful times in the history of the world. Because there's been no, mostly in the West, there's been not a lot of wars, there's not been a lot of problems, there's not been a lot of economical problems and crisis and all kinds of stuff like that. It's been tough in some places for sure. I mean, there's always going to be exceptions, but most of the time, we've lived in the most peaceful era of humanity. I think, like, I genuinely think that. But now it's starting to turn. I mean, peaceful years like these, they turn people into weak men. Like, men that were strong before, they end up creating all these good times, and those good times, they end up creating weak men, and the weak men start creating the hard times. I mean, you know the saying, right? Like, hard times create strong men create good times, and good times create weak men, and weak men create hard times, and the cycle just keeps going. You have to know that hard times are coming, and you must be prepared. From my personal experience, I'm making this kind of as a reminder for you to not go through and not do the same mistake that I made, that I just stupidly did in the past while. I just ended up just kind of slowing down a little for, I don't know, I don't even know, like, a reason. I think it was like I was not even conscious that I was slowing down. I was not even conscious that I was kind of taking a step back, that I was just laying off. That I was not as effective on my routine as I wanted to be. That I was not really doing that I wanted to do. That I was not really focusing as much on the things that truly mattered to me. For example, a while back, I made this decision that it's a bit of a weird one, but I made this decision that I would stop dating until I genuinely become a strong person, until I develop myself properly, so that I can find this woman so I can attract this woman who is the same quality as I am, so that we can be together and we can genuinely live good lives together, right? Because, I'm looking at the whole degenerate dating scene right now, and it's just people just getting in relationships and getting out of them and getting in relationships again, all for what? Most of those people, they're fucking broken. Most of those people, they have problems. I don't even know. I don't, like, it's just technology and all this shit is just breaking people to some extent. I mean, not all technology, let's not be too dumb about it, but like all this, like, social media in general, all those kinds of social media, video games, porn, all those kinds of things, they break people. And like all those things, all three of those things, they're fucking highly accessible to anybody. You just need a fucking internet connection and a phone, and you have those, right? You don't need anything else. And so people are being broken by those things, and people are just getting all these wrong perceptions of how the way that they should live their lives and the way that they should live. Like, they just get the idea, and they see like the perfect couples on Instagram or TikTok. They see all those cute fucking TikToks about, oh my god, I'm here with my boyfriend. It's like some random girl, and she's like, oh my god, I'm here with my boyfriend, and we've been chilling for the past week together. He's been sleeping over. We cannot get enough of each other. We spend all day together every single day. We are perfect. Our lives are perfect. There's nothing wrong. But that's kind of the nature of social media, isn't it? That there's never gonna be anything wrong, is it? Like, it's always just gonna be this perfect scene where everybody's happy and everybody's nice and everybody tolerates each other. But let's be fucking honest. Most of the people that go on the internet and they just say, yeah, I tolerate everybody and I love everybody, they don't fucking do that. They're fucking judgmental motherfuckers who they don't go after the people they should be going after. They go after the people who have different opinions, but they're actually good based opinions, like self-improvement, right? A lot of people disregard it because actual self-improvement is fucking cringe, bro. I mean, why should you have some discipline and some good order in your life? Like, bro, what the fuck? Keep going, keep wasting your life, keep fucking over. So, right, I was looking, let me get back to the point, right? Because I'm kind of going on a side rant here. My bad, bro. I'm looking at the degenerate dating site right now, like the scene and everything. At least at my level, right? At least at the level that I'm at right now, or that I was a year ago, or that I was at 6 months ago, or God knows, I don't even know, like several months ago when I really decided that I would genuinely kind of like break off dating for a while, right? At that point, I was not amazing, right? So I was still not attracting the kinds of girls that I really thought would be like good for me and I would be good for them, right? I didn't want to end up being in all those relationships where I'd make things worse by not being the man that I'm supposed to be. I mean, you're as a man in a relationship, bro, you have to be a fucking man, right? You have to be a man for your woman. And so if I'm not the man that I should be for my woman, and my woman's, she is facing a lot of problems, she's facing a bunch of fucking bullshit from social media, from porn, from video games, from movies, from all that shit. It's just gonna be a dysfunctional relationship, and it's happened once to me, and I don't want it to happen again. And so I thought to myself, look, I'm not gonna do it again. Like at least I'm gonna take a good break. I'm gonna take a good, I don't know how long break, how long it'll last, right? And I'll just focus on what I want to do. And so a while back, as I've said this, yeah, I'm just gonna focus on what I want, on what I must do, right? I will focus on improving and developing myself and becoming the man that I always wanted to be. And at first, I was genuinely fucking hardwired, and I was like, "Yep, that's it." But like in the past, I don't know, God, like several days, right? Hold on, oh, my chair is a bit weird. In the past weeks or something, I've been going to the gym, right? And I mean, it's bound to happen, right? You're bound to see attractive girls at the fucking gym, right? And I thought to myself at first, I had this idea, like, yeah, why not talk to them? I mean, there are people you see that at the gym, and that's true. I mean, why not talk to people that you see in the gym? It just makes the environment much nicer for you, especially if you're new, like I am. Like, if you've not been going to the gym for years and you know those people for years, right? And so I end up talking to some of the girls. They're really cute, they're nice, and they're really attractive, and God knows they are, right? And all that shit. And to some extent, I just kind of end up doubting what I previously told myself I would do. Like, I ended up doubting my own ideas, my own way of life. Like, I was like, why not should I date? Like, maybe I could date. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't seem that bad, right? But I mean, it happened once and it wasn't good. But I mean, come on, bro. It's probably not that bad, right? I ended up having all these. I mean, that was like kind of the start of it, and then it got worse and worse and worse. And I kind of spiraled down a little bit into this kind of needy area. Like, I was just kind of this needy guy who just felt like I'm being wronged, and I just want, like, why am I listening to this? Why don't I just go out there and get with a girl and do this and do that? And I mean, yeah, it would be good, it would be nice, whatever, feel nice in the moment, but again, I'm not the man that I want to be. I don't think I would be feeling okay knowing that I'm just spending time with this girl and I'm not being the man that I should be around her, right? And that's gonna make me feel like shit, and that's just gonna kind of spoil everything, and it's just gonna make everything worse. It's just gonna lead to some problems, right? And so, in the past while, I've been really off, like my own ideas, right? My own concepts. I've been telling myself, yeah, maybe I could start dating. Maybe why not? Why not? Why not, bro? Come on, why not? And I was purposefully fucking avoiding the reasons why. I was genuinely purposefully avoiding the stuff that was telling me that this is why. Because you're not who you should be right now. Because this is not who you want to be. And you will not be able to perform in a relationship with a woman when you have unfulfilled potential that you're not tapping into. You know, and God knows it. And so it's only recently I just had like a fucking full on debate in my mind. Like I genuinely wanted to message this girl who I used to talk to a long time ago, and genuinely ask her for, I don't know, like just kind of start a conversation with her. I had this full on debate in my mind. I was just like, do it. And the other part of my brain was like, no, you said you wouldn't. Do it. No, you wouldn't. No. It's just on and off up until a point. I just stopped. I said, stop. I just literally fucking told myself, stop. You're wasting your fucking time. This is the anticipated point that I really wanted to get to. I don't know, this has been quite a long rant, but this is it. Stop. You're wasting your time. I told myself, stop. You're wasting your fucking time. And then I forced myself to remember my parents, who as of while I was just having this debate in my mind whether I should be dating girls or not or whatever. My parents, they were working 10 hours. My parents have been off at work for 6-7 hours, and they had a bunch longer to go. And I was just fucking sitting on my ass debating whether I should be with a girl or not. How fucking dumb is that? Like, especially when I knew the fucking answer, I was still debating it. I was wasting my time, and my parents, they were fucking working their asses off for me. And I was just sitting on my ass acting like a little pussy. Trying to genuinely avoid the fucking answer when it was just blaring in my face. And I just thought to myself, I'm a fucking piece of shit, you know that? I am such a piece of shit. My parents, they're working their asses off for me. And instead of me giving back to them, instead of me working my ass off for them so that I can help them, what am I doing? I'm sitting on my ass here and I'm debating whether I should start dating or not. When the answer was clear that I should not. When the answer was clear that, hey, take a fucking break, a good long break, figure yourself out, figure out your problems, figure out your how to solve them, figure out your weaknesses, your strengths, and then maybe start looking for a girl. Then do it. But I just wanted the easy way out. I wanted like the pleasurable way, because I mean, what's nicer, bro? Like going and having a fucking full routine that you're trying your best to go after and that you're doing on your own, or just being with a girl all day every day, just kind of hugging and kissing and just doing what the fuck else. Like what genuinely, like you would be right now, you don't have the bias that I had back then, right? But right now, just kind of try to imagine it from my sense of view back then. Like, bro, what was better? Being on my routine and fucking focusing and working and knowing that maybe it might pay off if I work hard enough, or just knowing that I could get a girl. Like, it's not that hard. I mentioned it in several videos before. It's not that hard to get girls, right? I could just find this random girl, get the girl, and just end up spending all day, every day with her, because that would be much more that'd be much nicer, you know, to have somebody who's validating all of your problems, and be like, oh my god, you're perfect just the way that you are, whatever, blah blah. It'd be much nicer to just have that instead of actually working on your problems and fixing them, and being the real man that you always wanted to be. And so this is the way that I wasted my time. And I feel fucking horrible for doing it. Like, I feel like such a piece of shit. You know, that I've been wasting my time thinking about that. And, like, this is my own example, right? It's quite a long fucking example. It's taken, like, a bunch of the video, but this is what I wanted to get to. You know, I wasted my time with shit like this. I've grown like complacent of what I had to do. And what I had to do was work on my fucking channel, work on this channel, make videos, think about what would be best for me, for my life, for my choices, like genuinely actual good choices. I'm just there debating whether I should be with a girl who validates me and everything that I do, so that I can just end up being complacent and wasting my fucking time out. Again, I'm not just saying I'm not gonna date anymore forever, bro. Like, that's stupid, bro. Of course I want to have a family. I want to find like the girl. I want to, of course I want that, right, in the future. But up until that point, I need to work. I want to work, and I need to get to the fucking point in my life where I can say that I've done everything that I can, and I've become a good father for my children, that I am capable of having a good functional relationship with this woman who will be the mother of my children, and who I'm sure that I will not end up divorcing, and I'll end up having my kids just torn between their mom and their dad, like a majority of children nowadays. Like, bro, look in schools, bro, right now. If you're in school right now, in your class, how many fucking people, or in general, how many people have their parents divorced? A fuck ton, a shit ton of people, bro. And how are most of the time, like, a general characteristic of the people who are, if their parents divorced, like, they don't, I don't know. This might be just me. Maybe I'm a bit biased, but from what I've noticed, like, a lot of people who have their parents divorced and they face all these problems, bro, they're much more susceptible to all kinds of other issues. They're much more susceptible to start drinking and to start smoking and doing all those things, and to start just going into the degenerate lifestyle, right? I don't want that for my children. I don't want to have a fucking daughter and genuinely split up with her mom, and then just have my daughter, I don't know, end up fucking posting ass pictures on Instagram. Fuck no. That's not happening. Right? So, back to the video. I'm wasting time here. Good people are relying on you, right? Good people are fucking relying on you. Hard times are coming, and people are relying on you. For me, it's my parents, it's my mom and dad, it's my grandparents, it's my entire fucking family who loves me unconditionally, bro. For them, like, they're the people that are just relying on me. I mean, they're not saying it, bro, but I've mentioned it a few times to my parents that my goal is to start making a lot of money, and my goal is to just achieve this financial freedom so that they can stop working their asses off. Like, I didn't just say it like that. I didn't just say, I want to make money so you can stop working your ass off. But I said, yeah, look, I want to make more money so we can have this kind of freedom to kind of do what we like. Like, instead of just having to do this, instead of you, essentially, especially you, like my parents, I'm talking about my parents here, like, especially my parents, so that they don't have to go to work every day, work 10 hours like a job they don't even enjoy. Because that's an awful bunch of time spent not in the right place, not in the right mindset. And that's such a shame. 10 hours of your life gone every single day. You're working your ass off. Absolutely fucking sad. I don't know. Just fucks me over, man, when I think about it, right? And good people are relying on you, right? Find those people in your life. You probably know who they are, right? You know who's relying on you. Like, they might not be telling you, yeah, I am reliant on you. But my parents, I think they're subconsciously, and maybe they are like consciously relying on me, but they don't really want to say it, right? Because, yeah, I'm still a kid. I'm a 16-year-old. On their perceptions, based on their perceptions, I should be outside just hooking up with girls. I'm not really hooking up, like, that's not, like, I don't know, kissing girls, going out to parks, eating ice cream, doing whatever else they did at 16 years old, right? But no, I have better shit to do, man. And that is genuinely work and help my family out, become a better man. That's my purpose. I have it written down here. Procrastination is the barrier to a better life. Break it. This is very important. I mean, God knows that a lot of the problem that's genuinely just holding you back right now, you right now, or that was holding me, and sometimes it's still holding me, but used to hold me back a while back, was procrastination. I just used to avoid doing my work. I used to avoid doing the things that I knew were good for me because I don't know. I just my entire life I lived in this pussy way, like in this comfortable manner, so that once I just suddenly hear a bunch of people talking about self improvement and discipline and order, like it sparks a flame in my heart, but at the same time my brain is like, holy shit, I cannot even imagine waking up at 6 a.m. every day and doing productive things all day, right? But I'm doing it. My brain is getting adjusted to it. It's been a year of self improvement already, and my brain, I think it's quite adjusted to some extent. But I mean, you're still, if you're not careful, if you're not fucking careful, you are still very vulnerable. Vulnerable. Fuck me, I hate pronouncing that word. Vulnerable. There we go. You're still very very vulnerable to procrastination. When you've spent your entire life in this comfortable, easy way, where you've been sheltered from problems your entire life and you've lived this way, it's very easy to be like this wasteful person. So the sooner that you realize that you're wasting your fucking time when you're procrastinating, you're wasting your time when you're just coping with all these different things, you're wasting your time when you're saying, hold on, my bad. You're wasting your time when you're just saying, yeah, I'm just gonna take a TikTok break instead of working for whatever. Instead of doing my homework, which is actually to a subject like that's actually useful and beneficial. Instead of working on achieving this career in my life, instead of working on building this business, I'm just gonna take like a small TikTok break because I mean, dopamine. Oh, big tits, big ass, cool. Oh my god, this guy that's like has an 8 pack, cool. Oh yeah, big tits, big ass, 8 pack, so on and so forth, right? And yet, like this shit kills people. I mean, not in the literal sense. It doesn't kill people like procrastination. Maybe it does. I don't know. Maybe it has like a fucking gun pointed at your head, possibly. But I mean, it kills people as in it just takes away from the beauty of life when you're procrastinating, when you're just wasting your time and you know that you're wasting your time. You feel fucking horrible. You feel absolutely fucking horrible. You feel like, man, what am I doing? You feel just wasteful. You feel like you're not doing anything. You feel disappointed in yourself. You feel all these kinds of emotions. And that just kills you inside, doesn't it? It just kills you mentally. Like for a while when I was like for a while, for several years while I was still wasting my time, before I started self-improvement, before I actually started kind of attacking my procrastination, before I started attacking that habit and destroying it or trying to destroy it. I used to waste a bunch of time, I had like a simple fucking household task to do, like, I don't know, take out the trash. My mom would tell me, like, before she'd leave the house to go to work at like 8 a.m., hey, take out the trash. All right, cool, I'll do it. They'd come home at 9 p.m. 9 p.m. And I'd be on my computer, like, right here, right here where I am sitting right now. I'd be on my computer. I'd be like fucking. I'd be like forward crooked posture, like just doing it like fucking my headset on, this exact headset. I'd be like here. Oh, I'd be doing that. My parents, like, bro, they'd see me and they'd be so fucking. I could just see it in their eyes, bro. I'm not even fucking kidding. This shit hurts me up. It hurts me to just hear, like, to see and to remind myself to kind of hear, like, the shit that they were like, they just come in my room and they'd see me. They'd kind of like, sometimes they'd have like a fake smile. They'd be like, hey, Hello. I kind of like go to I do this and then I just go back to playing video games. They'd see that I didn't do anything for the other day. They'd be fucking pissed, bro. But they just close the door. They go out. They walk out and they just leave this loud sigh and just fuck off. They just go off and do whatever else. And yeah, waste of fucking time I was. And the last thing that I want to mention here before we end this video is that you will grow old to look back on your life. You will grow old to see who you were in the past. Like, a lot of people have this mentality nowadays. Oh, what if you get hit by a bus tomorrow? How about we go and we smoke and we drink and we vape and we fuck and we waste our time and we party all day and we watch Netflix and we play video games and we do all of this because you might get hit by a bus tomorrow. Because, oh, hard times are coming, Cosmin? Okay, cool. Well, that means I might as well enjoy the good times. It's like, what the fuck is the sense in that, bro? But there's people who do that. Way too many people. Way too many people fucking do that. Like, it's like the same thing, like them saying life is short. So, like, like the saying that, they say, like, life is short, so live it. Right? Or something like that. Life is short, live it. A lot of people, they misinterpret this. They're like, okay, I should live it. So what does living it truly mean for me? Oh, it doesn't mean, like, actually finding a purpose, a true reason to live my life and live my life with happiness and peace every day. Nah, waste my fucking time with degenerate shit. Yeah, go and waste 6 hours on the computer every day, playing whatever, watching porn, watching bullshit Netflix shows, going outside and fucking smoking. I mean, going outside is good, right? Don't get me wrong, go outside, get sunlight. But don't go out to fucking clubs and parties and shit and get drunk and fucking end up having sex with some girl you don't even know and do all this shit because, oh, you, like, the world, life is short, so live it, bro. You might get hit by a bus tomorrow. The world might end soon, who knows? Man, I'd imagine right now, like, this idea just came up in my... You remember the Cold War, right? Like, it started at the end of World War II, 1945, and it lasted up until 1991 when the Soviet Union fell, right? This is a quick history lesson for you. Cold War, it was cold, it never went hot, right? Never been an actual conflict, because if the Cold War happened, it would have been World War III, and we would have all not even existed right now, because the world would have been fucking, like, dust, nothing. We'd all be... We wouldn't have existed, right? And so I'd imagine, like, a random fucking conscript from, like, whatever country, or some soldier, right, who's been, like, he's been drafted or he's gone into the military by himself, he's volunteered, and he's training with his military, they're all training. It doesn't matter really on what side, it doesn't really matter. It's like, no biases, right? They're training and they're doing this, they're thinking to themselves, maybe, that fuck it, I'm doing this so I can protect my family, so I can protect my country. Like, life is short. God knows what's gonna happen in this war that might be coming. God knows what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna do what I can. I'm gonna live my life. And so he does that. He goes through his military time and he does this and he works hard and he gets fucking... He becomes a fucking man, right? And then he comes home and he sees his wife and children, bro, and he loves the shit out of them. He loves his wife amazingly. He picks up his fucking boy in his arms and he fucking tells him that he loves him, that he's his fucking father, and that he will be there for him. And that's how he lives his life. That's the way that, maybe this guy heard also the perception that life is short, live it. And so he told himself, or he didn't really hear it somewhere, but he kind of just came by to the conclusion by just seeing the world out there, by seeing the Cold War being ramped up, by seeing fucking nuclear missiles being paraded. that could genuinely be able to wipe out an entire country within minutes or seconds. So he thought to himself, yeah, life is short, so I should live it. And so the second he gets, he lives every second. He works hard, he provides, and he does whatever he can best, which is be a father and be a man for his woman and for his children. And I don't think we've had that in a long time, because right now, what if you get hit by a bus? Like, this is the common. Probably there were people back then who thought the same thing. They were like, yeah, what if you get hit by, like, what if a nuke goes off? Or what if, I don't know, random fucking machine gun burst of bullets just kind of, like, goes in the wrong way during an exercise and ends up, like, in enemy territory and they declare war and nukes happen and we don't exist anymore. I might as well live fully and go out to parties and waste my time and drug myself and do this and do that because the world will end anyway. Like, we have that side. We have this guy who's like, you might get hit by a bus tomorrow, so go ahead and waste your fucking time. We have this guy who's like, shit, life is short, so I'm gonna make the best out of it. I'm gonna fucking be a fucking man. I'm gonna be a man, bro. That's all I have to say for this guy. Like, he just wants to be a man. Right? And this guy wastes his fucking time. A pussy. So yeah, you will get to grow old, right? And you will get to look back on your life. Don't fucking live by this concept that, oh yeah, I'm gonna get hit by a bus tomorrow, so I might as well go out to a party today and drink and smoke and, I don't know, do whatever the fuck. I might as well play another hour of video games. That's a sad way to fucking live your life. No, you're probably gonna end up living a bunch of more time. Technology is changing rapidly. And you're gonna end up living a bunch of more time on this earth. And bro, you're gonna look back on your younger years and you're gonna think to yourself, what the fuck was wrong with me, man? I had nothing going for myself. I was a piece of shit. And this is partly what motivates me to not get there, to not end up like that. So that motivates me to wake up every day and do what I have to do and do the work and do it as best as I can. And when it doesn't really work because I don't know, I'm still a dumbass. I'm still a knucklehead sometimes. Move on. Do better the next day. But don't fucking waste your time. Don't waste your time. I'll end it here since it's quite a long video and I think I got my point across, bro. So yeah, I'll see you later, man. Good luck.